Special interview with an old friend of mine, Tel Ganesan, who, gosh, we go back at least a decade or so. I knew Tel back when he did Kyyba, one of his enterprises where he was working with entrepreneurs and working with me at the time as well. Now Tel is in independent movie production and financing, and he's got a new movie out that's debuting on Friday, June 3rd. And tell us all about that, Tel.
It is debuting at Imagine Birmingham 8 Theater, Mike. It is obviously we have a private screening just for press people like you, and then also for the public. So I'm really, really excited. And then yes, back from where we started, Mike, Tycon days, Thai Detroit days, Kyyba days. I got into film biz to really make some difference in that marketplace as well. So that's really what I'm doing these days.
Yeah, and I asked you a few questions before you started, and you said that you like to do cameos in your movie like Stan Lee does in the Marvel ones, and that also this is kind of your passion project, right?
Yes. It's been a passion project. I mean, believe it or not, I'm on movie number 5 in terms of getting involved in terms of as a producer. And then I've also distributed several movies. So I'm almost to, 10 to 12 movies right now. And yes, much like Stan Lee, I mean, I don't want to compare myself to Stan Lee, but, I do appear on Cameo here and there. One other movie, I appeared as a Uber driver, most expensive one, I might add. And then also in another movie, I appeared as a sports team owner of a sports team. So like this, I just appear for 10 seconds, 20 seconds to show that I exist in the movie. That's it. I mean, so
yeah, well, when you finance it, you can do things like that, right? So now let's talk about the movie itself. It's actually from an incident about 50 years ago. So a lot of the younger folks may or may not really be too much aware of what happened with Nixon. But why don't you explain the premise of the movie?
The premise of the movie is still, Mike, is really the last 18 and a half minutes of the Richard Nixon tape that brought down his presidency. Still today, we do not know who erased them and why they erased them and all that, but that's really, the story. It's sort of a historical fiction, if you will, and that's what this movie is all about. It is the last 18 and a half minutes of the Richard Nixon tape.
Okay, and as everyone knows, that Nixon was he was going to be impeached, but he resigned before that happened. But certainly all the tapes and all the other stuff that pertained to Watergate brought him down. So now this is being screened at Birmingham, and I've been invited to attend a press event. But for the public, can the public also view this movie in Birmingham?
Yes. There are, tomorrow itself, there are about 6 shows, I believe, that public can buy tickets, go and watch. And then throughout the following week, the movie will be screened at Imagine Birmingham 8. I think there are 2 theaters in Birmingham. This is really at the Birmingham 8 theater.
Okay. And then you're also going to do nationwide distribution, right?
Yes. So it's already so the movie is already distributed theatrically, Mike. It's about in 60 cities, beating our own expectations for an independent movie. 60 movies screening at the same time. The Top Gun movie is screening at the same time is really brilliant and marvelous. I cannot ask for more.
Yeah. All right.
Along with Tom Cruise. I mean, look, the movie got screened. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So if there's any promising screenwriters out there, are you accepting scripts to evaluate?
Yes, always. I mean, always looking for a good script, always looking for good, team players who can add value. And, so I'm always keep looking.